So this is from Caloran and Elizabeth, who were neighbors in Port Hope. Yes?
Yeah,
thanks, Anne. You know, it's my first time with one. I can feel the comeback starting. So this says, Kay and Victor, a tribute from Caloran and Elizabeth with love, June 15th, 2019. We had the great good fortune to buy a house on Baldwin Street in Port Hope a quarter of a century ago. It was right next door to the fabulous Fenns. The first time we met Kay, we were wandering around our garden, checking out the pool and tennis court we had just acquired, when she popped over and gave us the third degree. Are you the new neighbors? Yes. Are you going to be running a B&B? No. Do you play tennis? No, not yet. Do you want to learn? Yes. Good. See you later. And it was all uphill from there. As weekenders, our weekends would start when we arrived at our front door on Friday night, and Kay would come to her door, glass in hand, singing, "It's dry martini time, it's dry martini time." And it would continue from there. For the 15 years we were neighbors on Baldwin. Fabulous meals at our house or theirs, tennis, drunken dominoes with Kay, sober chess with Victor, lazing in the pool or shooting pool, parties with countless friends, endless golden days for a golden age. And so many good times with Annie and Paul. Most notably when dinners at our house, Bloomsbury, would degenerate into drunken charades. Victor always opted to be timekeeper, as he hated to play. And Kay would grab the spotlight. We always ensured that she got Julius Caesar, pure classic. We were always treated to an Oscar-winning reenactment of The Sound of Music, followed by an extraordinary death throes on the carpet. Naturally, we were supposed to guess Julie Andrews and Seizure. But we always let her act out the whole thing as we shared her fits of hysterics. Laughter was the key. Kay loved to play and loved to have fun, and so did Victor, who sometimes disappeared for the afternoon. That's because he was a Port Hope Romeo and joined the other Romeos, retired old men eating out. But he always returned to Party Central on Baldwin Street. Indeed, he once wrote an anthem to the tune of Maple Leaf Forever, Baldwin Street Forever. We all sang it every year thereafter on New Year's Eve, hand over heart. It was a joy to us to see their love of life continue in their final years in Coburg, thanks to the amazing support of Annie and Paul. From Kay and Victor, we learned the arts of tennis, dominoes, martinis, and most of all, the art of growing old gracefully and with great fun. A quarter of a century later, we are about the same age now that Kay and Victor were then. Our last goal in life is to grow old as they did. So as you celebrate in Toronto today, we will be with you in spirit and spirits in Halifax. It's dry martini time. Now here's a wee toast, courtesy of Robert's service, to our fabulous friends, the fabulous Fenns. And Anne said that she thought this should be done in a Scottish brogue, and because one of either Caloran or Elizabeth, and then Paul told me that Elizabeth, and this is a Paul Fenn quote, had a brogue thick enough to strip paint off an anchor, I think is what you told. Strip rust off an anchor. Okay. So close enough. All right.
They don't paint anchors.
Right. The anchors rust. The toasting of Victor and Kay. There were strange things done in the midday sun when we were all hale and hearty, and the Baldwin Street crowd, so boisterous and loud, would all get together to party. The Port Hope lights had seen great sights, but the greatest of all, I would say, were the times we all met for the best reasons yet, for the toasting of Victor and Kay. The fabulous Fenns were both fabulous friends, together through thick and through thin, thanks to good humour according to rumour, and buckets of gin. They were certainly rare, this remarkable pair. They knew how to love, laugh, and play. They may be gone, but they'd say, party on! Unforgettable Victor and Kay!